Hi, my name is Per, and today I would like to try to paint the real picture of me. Um, what I mean by this is that I am, if anything, a living proof of don't judge a book by its cover, because often what I say is not contained within the words that I'm speaking, but contained within the message that I am delivering, or whatever you want to call it. For you to be able to comprehend me in most cases, you'd probably be best off if you take what I'm saying at another value than face value, or I mean, basically it's very hard to say on some level that way that I was trying to, but I guess I'd be better off saying, when I speak of something, when I say I did, or we did, or something like this, basically what I'm saying is everything that happened before me and up to me has done that I can do this. It's not me. I'm no one. I'm just some person that is here. I'm not like important. I'm just some guy that can speak, and that's my skill, maybe. I don't know, but who cares? It doesn't really matter. Whenever you hear me speak, you will benefit a lot from hearing everyone instead of me, because there is nothing me in it. I wouldn't be able to do this if it wasn't for the guy who put together the camera that someone paid to get the materials to be able to get that guy to do it. But he could only do it if it hadn't been for the guy who invented the camera, and so forth and so on. And we can go back to what some people call Adam and Eve, or the first people ever. I'm not saying Adam and Eve was the first people ever, but to some people, speaking of Adam and Eve represents the first people. So basically, if I'm saying let's go back to Adam and Eve, I don't actually mean let's go back to Adam and Eve. I mean, let's go back to the start of human existence. And this you will benefit from understanding. I'm not speaking in terms of religion. If I'm using religious words, if I'm saying God, I don't mean some personified thing somewhere sitting and deciding stuff, or some unpersonified thing, or some personal thing or entity, or some unpersonal entity that does or does not do something. What I'm speaking of, if I'm mentioning God or something like this, is the intent behind this universe. I'm not saying that there has to have been someone making this universe, but if you're looking at this universe and you're taking yourself out of the situation for a moment, and just seeing other people, let's take two small societies, and you look at these societies and you say, one society is fighting, another society is having peace. The first society that is fighting, it has to go into a situation where it has to produce weapons to be able to fight. It has to produce armor. It has to produce tactics. It has to... And all these things are taking away from them collecting food, making food, helping each other understand the life and the situation around them so that they can survive better, have a more enjoyable life. All these things are taken away because they are spending time on fighting. But the village where they're helping each other, you see that they accelerate so incredibly much more than the guys that are actually fighting, because they are not trying to spend time on finding out how to surprise the other one or how to take them down. They're actually spending time on finding out how to fix something. Sure, there are situations where people are saying stuff like, well, war is good because war is good for inventions and stuff like this. No. Listen up for a second. During war, there is a bigger demand for certain things. And since there's a bigger demand for certain things, more people are put onto that demand than they would have been had it not been war, because the pressure or the need for that certain thing is not as great, because we are not gonna die if we don't have it, but you're fucking gonna die if you don't have a shield to guard you if something is, being thrown at you or whatever. You know what I mean? So of course people are working more on building shields during a war than they would ever be doing a non-war theme, because the only time you would ever have a situation is if you're in danger of your engine exploding or whatever strange thing there might be, and those situations are further apart than they are in war. Plus, when in war, those situations are also in war. So you see, it's more escalated on some level in war, but it doesn't mean war is good for. No, all it means is that more resources are put into certain areas during war. If we did that during peacetime, wow, we would have the world. You wouldn't even dream about what a world we would have. It's impossible to imagine for you, I guess. Anyway, when I'm speaking, I might seem to be laying a big point on me in some situations and so on, but it's got nothing to do with me. The reason why I'm saying me is because it comes from me. It doesn't come from I met this guy who said this thing, who blah blah blah. So it's all second hand hearing. What's it called? Yeah, it's all from the source. That's what I mean. I'm speaking from the source, from me. I'm not speaking from someone who is over there. You know what I mean? It's and this you should know. Of course, there are situations where I have a friend who blah blah blah, and I will say so. And don't ever stop listening to what I'm actually saying, because that is an important thing. Sometimes I am a bit more aware than I would like to be sometimes. I'm sometimes so aware that I know exactly what I'm saying and what repercussions it has, which is to some extent frightening sometimes, because people are not listening. People are hearing often what they want to hear, and you might go wrong with doing that with me. That's just what I want to say to you, and a heads up for maybe what's about to come, but also what has been in a lot of the videos that I have uploaded. Anyways, was fun talking to you, with you, whatever. If you got anything, send me a note, a comment, or an email, or a video response, and I will talk to you. It might take a little time, but I will talk to you. Everyone is friends here, you know what I mean? There is no, you're a bad guy, I don't want to talk to you. No, fuck that. If you're a bad guy, I can help you as well. I just don't want to help you with bad things. Simple as that. See you later, guys. Have fun and take care. Remember one thing, I love you all.